So after my last game to end my 10-day contract, I finally sat down with the GM and he told me the news. The news was, well, the best news of my life so far. He told me he was proud of my hard work and that he would be glad to sign me for the rest of the year. After hearing that news, y'all, to be honest, I was just so overjoyed and I was also proud of myself. All my hard work had paid off. I went from barely starting in high school to barely starting in college, and by the time I got the opportunity to start on my team in college, I ended up tearing my MCL, and I went undrafted, and I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to get the chance to be an NBA player. But the Washington Wizards, they gave your boy an opportunity, and I just capitalized on that opportunity, and I just thank God, and I thank all my supporters for helping me get this far. Now, it was All-Star Weekend at this point for the NBA players, but for me, it was more than just All-Star Weekend. We was having our own All-Star Weekend here in Washington. We had held a whole All-Star event, and if you ask me, it was better than the real-life All-Star event if you ask me. Don't believe me? Let me tell y'all what happened during my All-Star Weekend. For starters, the content creators and the rappers came out for the three-point contest. I'm talking about Lethal Shooter, who literally just came out, and before he even shot the ball, he says, "Classic, I understand it now," and really just took over the entire three-point contest. And really nobody else really had a chance, to be honest with you. He kind of won by a landslide, if you ask me. It was pretty fun to just watch him just completely just shut down the whole three-point contest. At this point, Lethal Shooter should just be going up against Steph Curry in a three-point contest. Next was Baby Keem shooting, and surprisingly, he of all people really did surprise me. I mean, I know he's related to K-Dot, but I wasn't expecting him to actually be good at three-point shooting. Now, don't get me wrong, he made some shots. He wasn't close to Lethal Shooter, but he did better than most people thought he would be. I ain't gonna lie. I really thought he was gonna come out here look like an entire scrub. But then who shot after him was the Flat Reacts and the Kai Cenats of the world. They absolutely came out there and did their comical performances. Absolutely just airballing shots, bricking shots. It was hilarious to watch. Cash Nasty was next after them, and he couldn't wait to shoot from the top of the key. And, you know, he made some shots from the top of the key, but again, Lethal Shooter ended up winning the three-point contest by a good margin. Cash Nasty and Baby Keem were close seconds. Now we are on to the dunk contest that featured Ja Morant, Duke Dennis, and Zach LaVine. Yes, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that was entertaining to watch. I mean, they put on a dunking show. Now the judges, I ain't gonna lie to you, judges was low-key kind of tweaking for a little bit there. They was giving them like a lot of BS scores, but I was just glad that we actually had a dunk contest with contestants that we really knew who could dunk. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just we looked at the dunk list and we already knew who was gonna win this dunk contest. They put on a show. Like, no matter who won or lost this dunk contest was entertaining to watch. It wasn't like the NBA's dunk contest where you can look at the contestants and you already knew Mac McClung was going to come out there and just dominate. No, we had Zach LaVine and Ja Morant out here with Duke Dennis, who we already know is bouncy. But they came out here and put on an absolute show. And I'm just so glad that our dunk contest was better than the actual NBA dunk contest. And this was just an all-star charity event for Washington. That's what's so crazy about this. As you guys know, recently in the NBA, the All-Star Weekend hasn't been exactly entertaining, especially when it comes to the dunk contest. But luckily for us over here in Washington that was having our own little charity event, our All-Star was going to be fun. Ja Morant ended up winning the dunk contest, and now it was time for the All-Star charity event that featured rapper Polo G. We had Duke Dennis pull up again. Like, what? Then we also had Chris Brown, Mr. Residuals himself, pull up to the game, which was lit. We also had Drewski that pulled up, cracking jokes before the doggone game started, had everybody rolling. And then we had the great legend Shaquille O'Neal pull up. Yes, and on my team, we have yours truly, but then we also had another NBA legends like Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony. I'm talking about I got Hall of Famers on my team, y'all. Like, what? Then we had Dorian Finney-Smith, a new member of the Los Angeles Lakers, and we also had Cody Zeller. Yes, the Cody Zeller from the 2013 NBA draft pulled up. Yes, and the game started. And let me just tell y'all, this game was
fun. Like, legit, it was fun. Not only was it fun because we ended up, dominating the game, but the celebrities actually put up a big fight. They put up a good fight. D Rose and Carmelo Anthony was kind of rusty because I haven't played in a minute, but that's where yours truly comes in and seals the game for him. I was sitting over here schooling Chris Brown. I ain't gonna lie to you. Chris Brown can hoop though. I mean, this man is just multi-talented, but again, you can't sing your way to a W in this event. Heck no. As I hit the game-winning shot to win the game and to end All-Star Weekend on a great note. But this was the flip side. It was right back to normal after the All-Star break. After coming to a realization that I am now being signed for the rest of the year, well, it was time to be a Washington Wizard for the rest of the year. And we are now 3 games before the playoffs start. And let me just tell you guys, in our last 28 games, we have only won 8 out of 28 games. Yeah, we have only won 28% of our last 28 games. And in that stretch, your boy averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 44% shooting, 32% from 3, 78% from the free throw line. I'm doing pretty good for myself. But the issue is, I can't stand losing. And the losing will only get worse because today we are facing the Chicago Bulls, who have Kobe White, who just won Player of the Month. And this game against the Chicago Bulls was just an absolute embarrassment. Because when we got to Chicago, y'all, it was Whoop City. They just completely and utterly just destroyed us the entire game, man. There was no match. No match. I mean, they were just completely better than us. And they clearly showed that there's levels between a lottery team and a team that's in the play-in tournament. Like, the way that they beat us tonight, it was just super embarrassing. And I was just frustrated the whole night. On top of all the other losses that we've had this year and everything, it was just too frustrating for me to bear, man. And it was just a terrible night. I mean, low energy, teammates tired, just getting completely outplayed. And despite my best efforts, we would still end up losing this game 119-89. And that's despite me having 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. I mean, I tried my best, man. And don't get me wrong, guys. I am so grateful to actually be an NBA player and to actually be signed on the Washington Wizards. But, man, it sucks. It sucks being part of the laughingstock of the NBA. The fact that we are not even a playoff team. Not even a playoff team. We're not even a play-in tournament team. The fact that we couldn't be a play-in tournament team this year. I mean, I knew we wasn't going to make the playoffs. But, man, guys, it just... As a competitor, it really stings, man. Really stings. And it feels like I'm just throwing up empty stats because I'm playing individually well, but it's not translating to wins. But guess what? I'm not giving up. Next year, we coming. The Washington Wizards, we are coming. And we're definitely going to make the playoffs next season.